Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Victor once again, and today we'll be talking about post-study work opportunities in a number of countries around the world. And these countries are the countries that international students often flock to. Countries like the UK, the US, Germany, Australia, which other one? Canada. Yeah, I'll be talking about the post-work opportunities, the post-study opportunities in this countries. So how you can migrate from being a student to a worker in these countries. So let's begin with the UK, where I'm presently based. So when I studied in the UK in 2017, the rule was that international students are allowed to stay for 4 months to look for a job, and that's quite small if you ask me, and most people are of this opinion as well. But the rule has changed. I think it changed about 2 years ago, or last year actually, and now students are allowed to stay for 2 years after their studies. So after your bachelor's or after your master's, as an international student in the UK, you're allowed to stay for 2 years to look for a job. And if you're a PhD student like me, you have 3 years. So it's I think it's a good development for those willing to stay back after studies. And then let's go to Germany. In Germany, where I also studied, for those who have been following me for a while. So from the UK, I moved to Germany, and from Germany, I returned to the UK. So when I moved to Germany, I discovered that there are also arrangements for post-study work opportunities. And in Germany, you're allowed to apply for a job seeker visa after your degree, and this job seeker visa lasts for 18 months. That's 1 year and 6 months. However, I have friends who just finished from Germany and they were actually given 2 years. So when I was there, I was given 1.5 years. I remember I stayed there for just, I think, 1 year or less before I returned to the UK. So if you're going to study in Germany, you have at least 1 year, 6 months, or 2 years to look for a job, actually a job that tallies with your area of specialization. So if you studied engineering, for instance, you're not going to be working in a bakery, and with that you cannot get a full-time work visa. But they want you to look for a job that aligns with your occupational specialization. So for instance, I studied politics. If I had gotten a job there, like in a research institute in Germany, then I'll move from this work seeker visa, to a full work visa, if that makes sense. So let's check the US. What opportunities are there in the US? So in the US, there's something called OPT, which means optional practical training. And this is the opportunity that international students could utilize to migrate from a student visa to start looking for a job. And it lasts for just 1 year for non-STEM based courses. But for STEM based courses, it lasts for 2 years. So if you're into engineering, medical sciences, I think data science and things like that, you have 2 years for this OPT. And for those probably the humanities, in the arts and social sciences, I have 1 year to look for a job. So in Australia, there are 2 parts depending on what you studied. So for those with specialist skills required in Australia, you have about 18 months. They're giving extra 18 months to look for a job. And non-specialist skills, it depends as well. Could also be the same 18 months. It depends on, there's no stable criteria. Some people get just 1 year, some people get 2 years. So it depends. Probably depends on the region as well. Australia is also quite a big country. And in Canada, there's something you call the post-graduation work permit, and this lasts for 3 years. Yes, quite generous. For 3 years, you're allowed to search for a job in Canada. And let's check for what are we missing now. And in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, high achieving students are actually allowed to stay for 5 good years. So if you are an outstanding student, high achieving student, graduating top in your class in the United Arab Emirates, you're allowed to apply for 5 years work visa. Whoa. So guys, I'm by no means a travel agent. So if you need more info about these information I just shared, go to the particular embassy website of that country you intend to migrate to, or you intend to study. Check through the website of the embassy or high commission and see the recent information, because actually these instructions and information about migration and things like that change quite rapidly as well. So you do not want to be in the dark. You do not want to presume that you know how many years you're allowed to stay back or something, only to find out at the time that that's actually been changed. So it's important to keep yourself updated about new immigration rules. It changed quite rapidly, I must confess. So just update yourself with information from the website of the particular country that you intend to go to, whether it's the UK, the US. Always check the immigration website of those countries. And until next time, guys, bye bye.